Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Dear Mathematics and also welcome to the chapter of matrices. In this particular session we are going to discuss about the objective questions of the chapter matrices. So here it is the first question, and here the question is like this: if A is a square matrix of order 3, then what is the value of n when determinant of 2a is equal to n multiplied with determinant of a? Before going to the solution of this problem, first of all let us write down the fundamental behind this problem. If A is a square matrix of order m and k is any scalar, then determinant of k into a is equal to k to the power m multiplied with the determinant of a. That means the scalar where k is a scalar quantity, scalar to the power order multiplied with the determinant of a. So by using this fundamental, here we have, so this is the fundamental behind the problem. So here by using the above rule, we have n is equal to, first of all we have to find out the scalar, and the scalar is here 2 to the power the order, that means 3, that is equal to 8. Here k is equal to 2 and m is equal to 3. So by using this formula k to the power m, the value of n is equal to 8. Then moving to the second problem, it is given that if In is an identity matrix of order n, then k being a natural number, write the matrix In to the power k. It is given that so here it is the solution. It is given that In is an identity matrix, then k is a natural number, then we have to find out the value of In to the power k. That means it is the degree of In, that means it is the power of In. That means In multiplied with In, how much times? It is the k times. We know that the multiplication of two identity matrix again gives you a identity matrix. So the answer will be In, that means it will give us an identity matrix. So the answer will be this In. Then moving to the third problem. Then let us go through the problem number 3 and 4. The problem number 3 and 4, here it is the problem number 3. If A is a 4 cross 5 matrix and V is a matrix such that A transpose B and V A transpose both are defined, then we have to find out the order of the matrix B. And in the number 4, if A is a matrix 4 cross of the order of 4 cross 5 and V is a matrix such that AB and VA both are defined, then we have to find out the order of the matrix B. The two problems are based upon a single fundamental, and the fundamental is here. If A is a matrix of order m cross n, then it has two parts. The first one is AB and VA are defined. If AB and VA are defined, and the second part is here, if A transpose V and VA transpose are defined, then order of V is equal to just the reverse, it is the m cross n, just the reverse of the order A. The order of the matrix A is given by m cross n to you, then the reverse of order m cross n will be n cross n. Then moving to the second part. If A is a matrix of order m cross n and the second option is given to you that A transpose V and V A transpose are defined, then order of the matrix B is very much equal to the order of the matrix A, that means it will be also equal to M cross N. So both of these problems are based upon a single fundamental is here, but the single fundamental has two parts. The first one is if a matrix of order M cross N is given, and the second option will also be given to you, that is if AB and BA, both of the multiplications are given to you, are defined, then order of the matrix B will be the reverse of the order of the matrix A. That means the order of the matrix A is given to you M cross N, then the order of the matrix B will be equal to N cross N, just reverse of the order of the matrix A. Similarly, if the second part is given, that means A is a matrix of order M cross N is given, and the second part is given to you if A transpose A, A transpose B and B, A transpose are defined, then you have been asked to find out order of the matrix B, and you can also write down here it is equal to order of the matrix A. So by using this fundamental we can answer these two problems, and here A transpose B and B A transpose both are defined. That means this second part will be applied here, and the order of the matrix B will be very much equal to the order of the matrix A. That means the answer will be, the order of the matrix B will be as same as order of the matrix A. In the fourth number question, if A is a matrix of order 4 cross 5 and V is a matrix such that AB and VA both are defined, that means based upon the first fundamental, then order of the matrix B will be the reverse of the order of the matrix A given to you, that means it will be 5 cross 4. So these are the two solutions and fundamental based upon the problem number 3 and 4. Then moving to the problem number 5. Here it is the problem number 5, and in the problem number 5 it is given that if this matrix is a singular matrix, then we have to find out the value of the lambda. Again, before going to the solution of the problem, first of all we have to move through the or go through the fundamental based upon the problem. We know that if A is a singular matrix, then determinant of A is equal to 0. Again, moving through the second concept. If any two rows or two columns of a determinant are identical, then value of the given determinant is equal to 0. So by approaching these two concepts, if this is a singular matrix, that means the determinant of this matrix is equal to 0, and the determinant of this matrix will be 0 if and only if two rows or two columns are identical to each other. And you can say that this is the first column and this is the third column. The third column consists of the elements 3, 2, 8, and the first column consists of the element 3, 2, lambda. The first two elements of the corresponding two columns are identical with each other. That means the third element from the both columns must be equal with each other. So lambda must be equal to 8, because 3 is very much equal to 3, 2 is identical with 2, then lambda will be must equal to the third element of the third column, and that is equal to 8. So lambda is equal to 8, hence the solution or the value of the lambda is equal to 8. Then proceeding to the problem number 6. Then let us come to the problem number 6. It is given that A is a square matrix of order 3 and determinant of that given matrix is equal to 3. Then we have to find out the value of A multiplied with adjoint of A. We know that A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A multiplied with the adjoint of A. That implies, let us multiply the matrix A to the both sides of the above equation. So it will be A multiplied with A inverse, then it will be 1 upon determinant of A, it is the scalar value. So then multiplying A, here we can have A multiplied with its inverse gives us the result of an identity matrix of order 3, because A is a square matrix of order 3. And the value of the determinant of A, it is equal to 3. So it is A, then at last A multiplied with adjoint of A. Then multiplying this 3 in the left hand side, we have 3 multiplied with I, which is equal to A multiplied with the adjoint of A. Then multiplying 3 to the identity matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0, then 0 0 1. So A multiplied with the adjoint of A is equal to 3 0 0 0 3 0 0 0 3, and this is the final solution or final answer of the problem number 6. Then moving towards to the problem number 7. So here it is the problem number 7, and it has been asked to find out how many entries are there in a 3x4 matrix. That means we have to find out the total number of elements present in a 3x4 matrix. We know that if a matrix is of order m cross n, then number of entries or elements is equal to mn. Just we have to multiply the m with n. So here answer will be 3 into 4, that is equal to 12. Then we have to go through the problem number 8. It is given that A be an invertible matrix, then we have to find out the value of determinant of A inverse. Given that A is an invertible matrix, that is A multiplied with A inverse is equal to I. That implies determinant of the multiplication of A with A inverse it is equal to determinant of identity matrix. Then just by using the properties of the determinant, we have determinant of A multiplied with the determinant of A inverse, it is equal to 1, because determinant of an identity matrix is always 1. Then we have to find out the determinant of A inverse. That means determinant of A inverse is equal to 1 divided by determinant of A. And here it is the solution, and this is the answer for the problem number 8. Then moving towards to the problem number 9. Let us solve the problem number 9. Given that sum of these two matrices is equal to the column matrix 2 minus 1. Then adding these two matrices, we have x plus 3, y plus 4, which is a column matrix, and it is also equal to another column matrix 2 minus 1. Order of both of the matrices are equal with each other. So by using equality property of matrices, by using the equality property of matrices, we have x plus 3 is equal to 2 and y plus 4 is equal to minus 1. That implies x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to minus 5. So these are the values of x and y. Then moving towards to the problem number 10. given that A is any matrix added with the matrix 1 2 1 1 gives us the result of 2 0 0 2. Then the matrix A will be, just we have to shift this matrix toward the right hand side, as it contains a positive sign in the left hand side, so it will be subtracted or will contain a negative sign before it in the right hand side. So A will be 2 0 0 2 minus 1 2 1 1. Then A will be equal to 1 minus 2 minus 1 1, and this is the answer for the problem number 10. Then moving towards to the problem number 11. Given that A is equal to 2 3 4 5, then it is 6 7 8 9, and then it is 1 minus 3 5 6. The order of the matrix A is 3 cross 4. Then order of its transpose will be the reverse of the order of the matrix A. So the order of the matrix A transpose is 4 cross 3, which is the required answer for the problem number 11. Then we will be interested to the problem number 12, 13, 14 and 15. Then let us go through the problem number 12. First of all, let us go through the given data here. Given that 2 3 4 5x plus 1 y 0 1 is equal to 7 0 10 5. Then multiplying it as 6 8 10, then 2x plus 1 y 0 1, it is 7 0 10 5. Then adding these numbers we have 7 8 plus y, then it is 10 2x plus 1 is equal to 7 0 10 5. So here from the given matrix we have 8 plus y is equal to 0. That implies y is equal to minus 8. Then again, and 2x plus 1 is equal to 5, that means x will be 2. So the values of x and y are here. We have obtained the value of x is equal to 2 and the value of y is minus 8, but we have to find out x minus y, so that we can get to the answer here. So x minus y is equal to 2 minus minus 8, that means it is 2 plus 8, which is equal to 10, and this is the answer for the problem number 12. Then moving to the problem number 13. Given that the row matrix 2x4 multiplied with the column matrix x minus 8 gives us the result as 0, but here we have to find out the positive value of x. Just let us multiply it. 2x square minus 32 is equal to 0. Then x square, okay, 2x square will be 32, then x square will be 16. That implies x is equal to plus minus 4, but we have to write down the positive value of x. So x is equal to 4. The negative value is not considered. Then moving to the problem number 14 and 15. Now let us move through the last two problems of this current video session. So here it is the problem number 14, and it is given that if these two matrices are equal with each other, then we have to find out the value of x plus y. Okay, let us solve from the problem here. Solution: given that by using the equality property, we have x minus y is equal to minus 1 and 2x minus y is equal to 0. Just subtracting, we have it is minus x, minus y plus y got cancelled here, then it is minus 1, that implies x is equal to 1. Again, putting the value of x is equal to 1 here in this given equation, x minus y, now x minus y is equal to minus 1 from this equation. Then by putting the value of 1 here, 1 minus y is equal to minus 1, that means minus y is equal to minus 2, that implies y is equal to 2 here. But we have to find out the value of x plus y. So x plus y will be 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. And this is the answer for the problem number 14. Then moving towards to the last problem of this current video session. Just you have to find out the value of the sum of these two matrices. First of all, we have to go through the multiplication of the elements here. Then it will be cos square theta, sin theta into cos theta, then minus sin theta into cos theta, then it is cos square theta. Here it is sin square theta, then minus sin theta into cos theta, then sin theta into cos theta, and this is sin square theta. Just adding, we have cos square theta plus sin square theta, then it will be sin theta into cos theta minus sin theta into cos theta, then it is sin theta into cos theta minus sin theta into cos theta, then it is sin square theta plus cos square theta. These two terms are got cancelled here. Then cos square theta plus sin square theta, it is 1, then it is 0, this is 0, and this is 1, which is the identity matrix of the order 2, and this is the answer. So today in this video session we have discussed about the 15 number of problems from the section of matrices, and these are the objective questions and very much important for the board exam point of view. In the next video session we will move forward and we will study some of the more objective questions based upon the topic matrices, that means from the problem number 16 up to the problem number 30. Till then, thank you.